Hello, everyone. How's it going? Oh, man, what a fantastic weekend. Oh, gosh. I am absolutely stoked. I So we're working on Cities of Venus, as many of you know. Those of you who are just joining in, hey Alex, I see you joined. That's awesome. So we're at $81,000 today, and that is absolutely blown me away. I can't believe it. We are trending very, very well on this campaign. Fingers crossed, we hit six figures by the time the campaign is done. I think we're going to do it now. The math kind of indicates that, which is really exciting. I thought I would take this moment to kind of go through any updates, talk about the game, answer any questions anyone has. I know I got people joining me from Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Hit me with it if you have any questions. Let's get into it. Certainly what we're going to do is we're going to go through the campaign, and we'll talk about the campaign. There's lots of feedback people have given us, so we threw out to say, hey, if anybody had any creative ideas, put it in the campaign comments, and we're going to take some of the best ideas creatively, and we'll give people a mention in our rule book when we actually have this game produced. So we're very excited about that and really love the collaboration with people. I think it's so cool. So let's get into it without further ado. I'm going to share my screen here. And if you can't hear me, if you can't see what I have on the screen, just drop me a note in the comments and I'll see it, and then we'll adjust accordingly. I know I can't leave the screen. We learned this the hard way over the past few lives we've done. So all right, so let's get into the shared screen, shall we? All right, if I do that. So hopefully you guys can see this. Let me just shrink this a little bit. Again, welcome everybody. Let's see here. Is that visible? I think that's visible for most people. Let me just check my phone. And let's see here. Saying it's having trouble loading. Let me try this again. There we are. Okay. We'll get into it. If you guys can't see it, drop me a note in the comments. Okay. So we're at $81,000, which is insane. 755 backers. Thank you everyone who has backed us on this campaign. I appreciate it so much. It is so cool that everyone has backed us on this campaign. Very much appreciated. We, the Cities of Venus, very simply, and I'll go to the campaign page here. So this game is essentially about kind of near distant future. And humans have established these colonies in the floating clouds of Venus. They've established these city-states. You as a player in this game represent one of these city-states, and you have to keep not only growing the city, helping the city thrive, but helping it survive constant events and constant catastrophes that keep happening. At some point, we lose contact with Earth, who have been sending immigration and supplies and upgrades to us over the years. And at some point, we lose contact. And there's a card in the game that will randomly kind of be shuffled into the third phase of the deck. And when that comes up in the bottom third of the deck, that's the last round, and the game is over, and everybody counts up their points. So you don't know when the game's going to end. And that's one of the cool things is lots of bad stuff is constantly happening, and you're trying to just keep things going as best you can. So this game plays 2 to 4 players. I know there's been some people in the comments saying, hey, are you doing a solo? We are working on a solo. We're going to announce it actually officially probably this week. We've got a draft. I've got Joe Slack, who's an amazing board game designer. He's doing some polishing on it as well. But we think we're going to be in good shape to announce that this week. Maybe even Tuesday, we'll see. And then we'll start saying that this is a 1 to 4 player game, expandable to 6. 2 pledge levels. You can pledge either for a 4-player game or a 6-player game, but no matter what game you buy, you get the premium version. So you're getting the stitched neoprene mat, you're getting these cool dice mechs, you're getting the tons and tons of these VNOT meeples, lots of cards, thermal formed rocket trays to hold the meeples, you're getting thermal formed volcano trays to hold the minerals, you have acrylic gems for the minerals, and then we also have these really amazing 4-layer player boards. So very quickly, how you play the game is you have the drop that comes from Earth. And in that drop, there's a combination of supplies and immigration upgrades. And each player kind of sees what's there. If they see any of these kind of caution symbols come up, that means there's an event that has to be triggered. Maximum number of events are kind of capped to the phase you're in. So if you're in phase 1, the maximum events that you're going to flip is 1, no matter how many symbols come up. In phase 2, same thing, 2. And phase 3 would be 3. Events are predominantly bad stuff. About 20% of the cards are good, but mostly bad. Things are going to happen to your ship, to your city. You're going to lose people in certain departments and so forth. Next, your shields are constantly eroding. You're going to take a person out of that department as you're trying to keep your shields up. There's ways to stop that from happening by doing certain upgrades, but for the most part, each round you're eroding your shields. Then you get into, we got a crap ton of people joining. Well, let me just say, hello, Christiane. Hello, Buck, Lathan, K-Flick, Ryan, User 523, PB02, You Suck. That's a great user handle. Bobo 9373, Julie, Peg, DTG, of course, my buddy Alex, Edris, Brian, TikTok account 4. Another one, which is just a kissy face. Pam, Dorian, Kate, Lynn, Jessica, somebody, Bob, Bebe600. Welcome, everyone. Great turnout. Okay, so back to this. So you have your shields are eroding, then your population grows. Your population is going to grow by the least number of people you have between your food and your water air departments. You can see here on screen. So the water air in this case is 3. So you're only going to gain 3 people in the round. You can deploy them anywhere you want on your city. You can also deploy them to the International Innovation Station. If you deploy up to 8 people there, you can only deploy 2 at a time. But you can certainly keep adding people every time there's a deployment. You can add up to a maximum of 2. Once you get 8 people into the International Innovation Station, you get to upgrade and really just choose these cards that allow you to do something to your station that gives it a really strong ability that kind of takes you to the next level. Then you get into City Action Phase. City Action Phase is very simple. This allows basically where all your stuff is happening during the game. So everything else is kind of leading up, the prep to this. You're going to mine, use these cool dice mechs when you're mining. You have the ability to buy immigration if you're falling behind. You can only buy one V-Naught per round. You can install canisters that you've previously reserved. And there's other powers that you can upgrade in the game, such as the transport shuttle and things like that, that would all come into effect during the City Action Phase. Then you claim a canister, and a canister is essentially from the drop. This goes in player order. Everything else has been kind of simultaneous up to this point. And then once everybody takes their turn, you buy your card based on what the cost is on the side of the card. That's your payments, basically people coming out of these different departments. Take that card and you plug it into your ship. If you can't afford it, you can place it into your holding bay, like you saw in the City Action Phase there, and store it there. And if you want to install it later on when you can afford it, then you pay for it then, plus 1 mechanic V-Naught from your mechanic department as a penalty for reserving that card. If you don't reserve a card, you lose 2 points at the end of the game. Or sorry, if you don't install the card that you reserved, you lose 2 points at the end of the game. This is kind of the anti-D-bag rule. Hello, Peg's mom, S Club, welcome. And this is basically just to ensure that people aren't kind of being that guy and reserving cards just so someone else doesn't get them. So you're only going to really reserve a card if you're going to put it into your station. Then we go into our point scoring at the end of the game. So the Earth card comes up, that triggers the end. You finish the round out, and then you go into endgame scoring, which is a combination of the points on the cards. So there's victory points on cards. You get a victory point for every 2 V-Naughts you have. You get a victory point for every 4 mineral points you have. On our page, you'll see there's this kick track symbol. If you guys could do me a favor, if you know where this Kickstarter page is, simply type in Cities of Venus on Kickstarter. You'll find us. Go to Kick Tracks, click on that link, and that'll take you straight to our Kick Tracks page. Hello, Jacob. Hello, Jerome. This helps us basically stay on the hot list, and Kick Tracks has a top 25. This is where people go to search for the game. I can tell you in the back end, I've already seen pledges come in from this page. So it's very, very important that we rank on this page. And we can rank just simply by you clicking that button on the page. Our base level it's a 4-player game, comes with the neoprene mat, Comes with these awesome mini mech minis. They come unpainted. My niece actually painted the ones below there, but they do come unpainted. You paint them yourself. Comes with these awesome 4-layer player boards. I'm just going to hover on this for a second so you can just bask in the awesomeness of these 4-layer boards. They truly are amazing. The cards physically plug into the boards, and you have this little kind of tray layer at the very top that holds your people from sliding all over the place when these cards are sliding in. Maybe what I'll do is I'm going to see if I can show you guys this board now. So I got the copy of the board right here. So as you can see, the cards slide in and out. There's one up here too. This one here is an innovation card, so you can see the innovation actually shows through in the window there. So that's a cool thing, is over on the one side, you've got your, I'll try these backwards, victory points, capacity of your station, because your station can either go up or down in capacity in the different departments. Strong upgrades typically will reduce your capacity. And the cool thing is you can plug the cards right in, even up here in the, where are we here? Oh yeah, food, there we are. Got the light hitting it. So pretty much every department has an area where the cards can plug in. You can even see this goes up from below. And one change we're going to do to the these boards is we're actually going to add windows also. Every department has a window except for the food and the water and air department. We have some cool upgrades that are coming for those departments as well. So we're actually going to put windows in both those departments. So every department will have a window, will have an upgrade. It's been a lot of great ideas, which we're going to get into in a second, what the people have been submitting. And every department's going to have at least 3 upgrades per department of cool different powers and things you can do. So we're having a lot of fun with it. It's super awesome. It's super fun. And I think you guys are going to love it when you get your hands on this. Hello, Jacob. Welcome. Jerome, welcome. Seha Jariver. Can't pronounce that user handle, but welcome. Welcome. And then Kylie, welcome as well. All right, so let's go back to the page. So if I go to, is it that one? There we go. So you get these cool player boards. You get 86 cloud drop cards. You get 22 event cards, 24 innovation cards. These are different cool things that happen in different innovations you can upgrade, like stable shields, temporary holding in your holding bay, rapid transport, things like that. Even mining ones that allow you to mine more. You get these 4 international innovation mini player boards. Little secret on this one is I'm talking to the factory right now, and if we can do it cheap enough, we're going to make these dual layer as well, which will look super awesome. 200 V-Knots, 135 acrylic gems, 4 marbled D6 dice, rocket-shaped Meeple resource bowl, 3 volcano resource trays, rule book, spot UV printing on box, inside lid printing on the inside. This game is premium. So we're not playing games of stretch goals and things like this where you'll see a lot of Kickstarters where people will kind of take away stuff that they're going to give you anyways and then give it back to you when you hit certain levels. Out of the gate, we just want to give the most premium game we could. So what you see is basically what you're getting right out of the gate. We do have some cool announcements coming, one a week, which is going to be awesome. Yan Men, welcome. But for the most part, none of those announcements are really going to impact the current game. What we're giving you is a premium game. Then you get to the extended